Amelia, go private chat. If you can hear me. Still got about 4 minutes, I guess. Can you hear me? I'm going to get a drink as well. 2 minutes. Hi, Ramesh. Thanks for coming in. Hi, Sky. Could you post in the comments where you guys from? It'd be good to know. Sky, you're very confusing now. Now I can't. Now I gotta call Kashish, or now Sky. Sorry. Cool. Are you in India now, or no? I can't hear Amelia. Now I can. Let me put up. Okay, now she's live. We're going live in 7 minutes. I think that's what the screen shows, at least. Cool. Are we coming out clear to you guys? Tasha is here. Good. Oh, Edward is here as well. Cool. Oh, we are already live. Do we need to continue or we need to wait for people? I think we got about 6 audiences right now. Thank you, everyone. All 6 of you who are joined.
Should we wait for a while more?
Sure. 10 minutes?
Sure.
Okay.
I hope there's more people streaming in. So if you're anyone, we can just invite to your other friends.
One
just
dropped
copy
off.
the link and send to other friends.
Hope everyone is doing well today, and and keeping clean and safe. Let me readjust my. That will block my face. So, okay, let me put it here. If you are guests who are online, or rather, or the audiences, those of you who are online, would love to hear from you guys. If you comment, if what you expect, or what you want to see, or what you want to know, or do you expect any? I mean, we want a more interactive session if possible. So we won't mind any questions. So ask us anything. AUA is a AMA. There will be a total of 7 films. Is that right, Amelia?
Yes, total of 7 films.
Good. Which will last until about 11 tonight. So that will keep you occupied, in this
For the next
pandemic.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe you can tell us what time is it on your side. Since some of you are not from Singapore, right?
I see Ramesh from India, and India is +5, I think, GMT. So it's 3 hours or 5 hours behind Singapore.
Oh. Oh, by the way, if I did not mix up, right? Sky is also Akash will also have submitted 2 of his films for us to screen later.
This month, this film, or Sky or Akash is part of the presenter today.
No, he's not part of
screening.
the presenter. I don't think he's convenient to present tonight.
Oh, I
So he'll
see.
just come in and watch. So
You
if
can
you have
chat
any
that.
questions, yeah.
Right. So Akash and Cash is different people, right? Or Kashish.
Akash and Sky is the same person. Kashish is another person.
I see. Okay, I'm totally confused here. We'll start in 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes. Ignore the clicking sound from my refrigerator at the back. That's yeah, my fridge is making some noise. It's summer here, so it's it's
Ah,
making it's complaining.
oh, we have someone from the Philippines as well.
Isn't
Abby.
isn't Edward from Philippines?
Yeah. So there's one more from Philippines. Just
Ah,
joined.
okay, cool. Ramesh is from Bangalore. Cool. I've been to
Oh, we
Bangalore.
have one from Nigeria.
Nice.
Oh,
Welcome,
cool.
Nas. This is not the Nas in Singapore, is it?
Yeah, not that Nas Daily guy.
Nas Daily. Ah, welcome, Abby.
Alright. Should we just start since we have about 9 or 10 people
That's fine. It's 3:06 now,
on
and
your side? But it's
yeah. Oh,
9:06
sorry,
on my side.
sorry. Yes, I need to be mindful of that. I'm in Sweden, by the way. So for those who do not know, and we are streaming from Sweden and Singapore. You see, Amelia is in Singapore, and well, I'm in Sweden. So
Hence the
this is
bright sky
definitely
from
international.
your window.
Yeah, it's bright, right? It's not dark. Whereas I see Leo is like having street lights from his window now. Okay, so
Okay. Oh no, there's 3 who dropped off. Okay, maybe we should just start before more people dropping off from this live streaming.
sure. Oh no, it's Tasha that went out. Problem with the cat.
How's Sweden? Someone's asking. Edward is
Yeah,
asking.
since we are here and before we start, Sweden is cold all the time. It's summer now, so things are very nice and warm. Um, I may say this that will sound very ridiculous to you guys who stay in Singapore and Philippines. It is 21 degrees, and it is completely boiling for us here at 21 degrees. It's crazy when it's 35 degrees
I,
down there. I understand.
I really wish that it's 21 degrees here right now.
Yeah, so I work and walk, outside. It's like aircon all the time. So it's like you guys walking in the underground. I used to be from Singapore, so I know Singapore very well. I lived there for 12 years before moving to Sweden. So in terms of the pandemic, Sweden has no lockdown, so we have freedom of movement. I'm not trying to brag or trying to make you jealous here at this point in time. I understand the restriction that you guys are doing, but we are afraid as well here. Well, I'm afraid rather. So I am kind of self-isolating, and I'm doing all this, building up live streaming stuff, building up, events online and all that. So if you have any questions, you can always contact me later in terms of how things are done as well. Or you want me to talk about it online, I can do that as well. At the end of the talks and all the films which is what we are here to do. Yeah, totally, Edward. I understand. I've been there, and I was always complaining because the problem is in Singapore, I sweat all the time. Here I can't sweat at all. If I sweat, I'm cold. And yes, I'm working in Sweden. I've been transferred here from Singapore. Okay, I think that's time up. So
Alright.
all right. So welcome everyone to the first online. It's not the first screening, but it's the first online live screening due to the pandemic. So until things get better and things go back into normal, we'll be doing this quite a few months, and maybe we might do this even further because it's a better outreach to everyone. Welcome to Kino Singapore live screening. This will be a time to understand what Kino does and introduce you to the presenters, the creators, their films, what they have done and how they've done with all these challenges that they have. Some of these films are filmed before the pandemic, so they have the creativity to do so. Feel free to ask questions on the comments, and we'll try to answer them online or on the air when we can. Bringing you live from Sweden and Singapore. This is Kino live screening, and we will bring Leo here up first, as he will be the first.
Wow,
Hi,
nice,
Leo.
nice lighting.
Thank you. I've tried to do a bit cinematic environment since it's about cinema. Okay.
Is this some mood lighting you're achieving?
It matches his film. His actual film right now.
Yes.
So the first film is So the first film is by Leonidas. Leo, I do not know how to say your last name. Maybe you can say it in proper Romanian. Stănescu. Okay. Yeah, I should have learned that, before when we did dry run.
No, Leo can already, no problem.
Yeah, he is created by Leo he is an amazing filmmaker who loves to do green screen stuff. So later, if you want to ask him questions, you can. And what I'll do now, I'll play the film in full, and please enjoy. Sorry, I'll rewind. Okay, enjoy the film.
My name is David Lagos. Before the pandemic, I used to be a private investigator. Now, something similar, but not really proud of it. But in these dark times, survival became a top priority for all of us. More than 10 years passed since the COVID-19 was declared pandemic, and since then, the entire globe's population was decimated to half. I remember how people from their balconies in some European countries were clapping and singing during the initial lockdown, God knows for what. We were continuously being bombed with social distancing and stay-at-home campaigns throughout every telecommunication and network channel. Slowly but steady, tighter regulations were imposed, and a new world order came almost unexpectedly. The Western countries were blaming China, and China was blaming the Western countries for the situation. And instead of joining forces to overcome the problem, the planet got divided in two. On one side was China with Africa, and on the other side was the coalition controlled by the global corporation WFH, born as a simple concept 10 years ago in the midst of the pandemic, now absorbing each and every company that was left. This broke thousands of families. Many Chinese living in the coalition territories, as well as coalition citizens living in China, were forced to either go back to their countries, either to stay there without the possibility of seeing their homes again. Those who decided to stay paid a very high price, racial discrimination on both sides, many of them resulting in aggression. This was bad. It was really bad. Of course, now it's not happening anymore because of the ban to walk in the streets. In the coalition side, WFH became the law, and everyone who was able to keep his or her job was definitely working for WFH. I am working for them. All shopping went online, including food. Walking on the streets was banned about 2 years ago under severe penalties if disobeyed. All social gatherings went online as well. That was hard for families, friends, and couples. They needed to apply for a specific license to meet each other, and not everybody was granted it. We could say some sort of population control started. One could only walk outside with a different license. And I have this one because of the nature of my job. Although I do my work mostly from home, investigating using the social media and networks since everybody is on social media now, we are, however, given the authority to step out to follow our leads and clues in order to bring down those who dare to break the law. Our job on the field is to get a visual contact with the perpetrator, confirm identity, and call the police to arrest them. We are called ambassadors. Hey man, how are you? Yeah, it's me. How are you doing? You got cases? Nah, many, not many. And this week, still nothing. Listen, I wanted to consult with you one thing. How do you feel about what we do? Sometimes I'm not really happy about it. Except once, when I had to turn in my former boss. Damn, that felt good. Yeah, well, usually we turn in thugs. They think the law is not made for them. But, you know, when the perpetrator is an elderly that just wants to visit a daughter or a son, and I couldn't get a license. When there is a kid that accidentally threw a ball through the window, damn, I feel like shit, man. But what can we do except our job, right? When the order is out, I can't do anything. But what really disturbs me is that the elderly above 75, they don't even stand a chance, man. They're executed. Yeah, there must be. Prisons too crowded. Now what can we do? What can we possibly do? We can't do anything except being good citizens and do our jobs, right? Now, speaking of which, I just got an email from them. We gotta go now. Bye. Why? Why? Damn. We must do our jobs.
And that's after 19. If you guys have any questions for Leo, please push it please comment, and we will answer it live. As you can see, Leo is online as well. But while you prepare or you comment, we want to tell you a bit about Kino and what Kino does. So I'll let Amelia describe what is Kino Singapore, how did they exist, and what are they about, and all that. So Amelia, tell us a bit about what Kino Singapore is.
Okay, so Kino Singapore is actually we're actually a global movement. Kino is actually a global movement that focuses on like low budget filmmaking in collaboration with other creators. So we are actually one of the many Kino cells in the world. We're actually one of the Kino cells. Yeah.
Good. And what do Kino Singapore do every year or every month?
We are still new, so it's not like every year. So we actually have screenings every month. So where we all gather together and watch the various members' films that they had shot during the month. And but now because of this whole COVID-19, so we have moved to online. So we are going to do like online screenings like currently. So other than just watching each of our films, we also are planning to organize like various workshops like script writing or editing workshops and stuff like that. But because of all this, because of the current situation, we actually decided to make into a tutorial, which you'll watch it later. So which is done by Leonidas. One of his videos is actually a green screen tutorial, which is actually he's the expert in the green screen thing in our community. Yeah.
Yep. So instead of doing workshops, we are actually bringing you tutorials during the screening or other times as well. But we will introduce you to the expertise they are within the group. We have Stuart online as well in the chat room. He has done stunt coordination and stunt acting and stunt directing as well. So you could also ask him about stunt work and how to get good shots of stunt, fight skills and stunt shots, stunt scenes in your shots later. And we will have that Q&A later as well. Not this screening, but in other screening to come in the future.
So wait, I just wanted to add on, right? Aside,
Yes.
other than making films, we also gather like to like network and also collaborate with each other with other various artistic projects. So if any of you will know how to anything, it can be like animation, drawing, or like even designing and stuff like that. You can actually feel free to just share with us your skill sets, and we can actually work together to do something together. Yeah.
So tell us today, Amelia, who are the people in Kino Singapore and what do they do? And what kind of collaborations do you all work together? I know you mentioned graphics, you mentioned creating movie posters. I know people like Dag is good with cameras. There are people who are good with sound. There are actors as well.
Yeah, so we actually in our team we do have people like who writes, script writers, doing sound, editing, directors, camera work and everything. So just to mention some of the people from the core team, we actually have like for myself, I design all those posters that you'll see in the WhatsApp chat. And on Facebook is actually the posters are all designed by me. And I'm also the one that help to organize and run this whole screening, and I also do mainly post production like video editing and sound, a bit of sound. So we also have Dek, who is not joining with us today yet. But he is actually he writes also, he directs, and he also is very good with camera. And Natasha, who is the one commenting on the YouTube. Our YouTube is she writes too, and she also acts, and she's also a songwriter. So, and for Leo, maybe he can introduce himself to everyone what he can do in the group.
Thank you, Amelia. Thank you, guys. It's an honor to be here. What I can do, I don't know how can I explain. I'm a self-taught. I never studied any media school, any acting school. I've just done it all by myself, most of the time as usual with most of the things. And the only thing I really don't feel strong at is actually filming, because I'm limited to budget. I know that once you start to dig into cinematography, then you have to prepare the pocket for it. So for now, if I can make it with a phone, I stick to it. And the second thing I feel weak, it's in sound editing. I'm quite limited to a clip mic I have. So if that gives a bit of echo, I can't do much about it. The rest, those weaknesses, I try to something out of it in the sentence we may ever have to say, which is do. It's terrible, I know, but well, some certain things can be done on set.
So, and that's why, would you say that Kino has kind of helped you with the other expertise as well, Leo? Would you think that the Kino group has been beneficial to you from people who can do camera and help you with the sound, lighting, and whatever a PA will do or a PD will do as well?
Can I not answer the question?
You want the question again, sorry? Or not answer the question?
Yeah.
Sure, no problem. Then I'll ask Amelia then. In terms of, we know that Kino films are mainly done with almost zero budget or very low budget. And hence, we kind of help each other out within the group and produce the films that we have, that you've seen today. But it's amazing to see that, even though with a very low budget, the films that comes out are pretty fantastic, and the things that are being produced are wonderful, and it's to tell the stories that you have. And that's what the kind of the spirit of the Kino is, the Kino movement is, to be able to help and educate and collaborate with people in all fashion and all passions as well.
Yeah, allow me to make just a more break. What a shame I'm not filming right now, because I had in mind some Dracula flicks in my mind right now with all those thunders we are going through in Singapore right now. What a shame.
Is it because you are from Romania? That's why you want to do a Dracula flick?
Nah. It could influence a bit, but
it's in your blood.
yeah, it runs through my veins. I don't have blood actually. I have something else running there. I don't know what it is.
And you don't have a reflection on the mirror, right?
I don't know. I don't have mirrors.
Do you ever sleep?
No, but how do I look like? Because I don't know how I look like.
Yeah.
But I can eat garlic. So the garlic thing is bullshit. I can eat garlic, so.
Nice. So Amelia, one question. How can people get involved with Kino Singapore?
How can people get involved?
Yes.
Since many of our members are actually all over the world, maybe we can do we can just work together, do something that's like online or something, like we can, I don't know, we just think we need to think about it. But you can actually help by you can work with various members. Like if you can write, you can work with someone who can help to like shoot something or edit something, or you can shoot something and then pass to someone else to do the editing. Okay, the thunder is a bit loud.
I can hear the rain there. So somebody from around the world can write the script, send it to you guys. You guys can film, and
you can actually what you can do is actually you can write, you can ask in the group chat, or you can write in the go to the Facebook group, right, and ask if anyone, like, you have a story, and if anyone wants to work with you, they can just PM you and DM you and stuff like that. That's one way we can do it. Yeah.
So where can they find Kino Singapore on Facebook? So it's facebook.com/Kino Singapore.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like you can actually I have put the description in the YouTube description video below. You can click on the links. Yes, we have our Facebook page, and also we have the Facebook page, and also the Instagram link is all on it. So you can just follow and add us on Instagram, on Facebook as well. So where you can see more information. And if you want to join the WhatsApp group, you can just let us know. We'll send you the WhatsApp link. Where
Yeah, so Amelia or Tasha will post it on the comments in a bit.
yeah.
Leo is perfect right now, the thunder behind you, the sound effects are all done. You can do your Dracula movie right now. He even has the laugh for it already. Cool. Yeah, so before we begin the next one, which is actually a tutorial from Leo, you will hear from Leo how to build a green screen, as well as film a green screen scene in this tutorial, you even using from his phone, from his Android phone, right, Leo?
Yes. And
Cool.
edited with a tablet because it's slightly bigger the screen. Yeah, portable
Right.
device.
Nice. Okay, so I will play and
This footage is clear. We will still have to clear it more.
sorry about that. I'll rewind and restart.
Scene one, take one. We're gonna start with a very basic editing, very basic green screen footage editing. What do we need to achieve? Even though we have an almost homogeneous green screen background from the artist, we will have to do our own homogeneous green screen on this footage. Why is that? To avoid any flickering, unwanted flickering surprises on the final project. So even though his footage is clear, we will still have to clear it more. We open a new project with this format. We choose a green color picture as a basic video layer, as a background. There we have it. We have to enlarge to fit the whole screen by using the cropping, pan and zoom. From the beginning till the end, this is important. Now we go to the second layer, the second video layer, which import from the media and is the video that the artist sent to us. The video we have, the footage we have to work on. Choose that one. We have to crop the frame because we don't need those soft boxes in the frame. We enlarge the frame to fit the screen from up to down, and we slide it to the left because the character makes an entrance from the left. We extend the length of the photo of the base of the basic video layer, which is the green color, so we can proceed to apply the chroma key anytime. For that purpose, we click on the second video layer, some tools will show up, and we click on chroma key. We enable the chroma key, and then we customize the chroma key on this specific footage. Sometimes, if the footage is not very clear, we may require to do it a few times, save a project, and then come back. In this case, the lights were quite okay. The original footage had quite a clear green color in the background. Check and recheck is required, almost frame by frame, until we get what we want. Come on, give us a smile. And we save the project. We export the project. So now we have a new video with a green screen, which is homogeneous. Now we can actually, this is the moment when we apply the green screen footage on the background chosen. So now we choose the background first as a basic video. This looks like a kitchen, stock footage taken from internet. And we choose as a second video layer the green screen we just worked on. The totally homogeneous green color. And again, we customize this green screen until we don't see green in the bud anymore and no weird unwanted flickering. We trim the unnecessary video footages either on the basic layer, on the basic background, either on the green screen footage. We adjust perspectives, distances. Usually it's by approximation. If you have a good eye, for this specific footage, I didn't walk further in because of the lack of space in the green room. Okay, we like that, so we export this project also. I basically use those two apps. KineMaster for the video editing, if I don't want anything specific, I mean nothing like weird stuff, just the green screen editing on top of basic static stock footage. And then for the coloring, the final coloring, I go to the 3D LUT. So now we go to coloring. We use the 3D LUT mobile. We open the gallery and we choose the video from the export folder we just finished previously. We go to LUT app, we choose whatever we want. So in this case, I'm gonna choose a warm filter, a brown one. So you have categories and subcategories and subcategories. You just play around and choose whatever you like. I use a lot this one. I like it for some reason, I don't know. It's up to everyone's taste. And then I go to basic to customize that filter, to make it more brownish, brighter, darker. Just play around with it. This is just spend time searching the color, searching the balancing, the saturation, the tint, the black, the contrast, the filter you want to use. Make it up to your taste. It may take very short if you know exactly where you have to go, or it may take very long if you're not sure of what you want, or how it's better. Right? So now we are checking because we seem to have found what we want, what we like. We're just having a last check before saving the project. So we give it OK, and we save it to the gallery, a new video. So we check, we play it once to make sure that this is the color we want. A bit retro, a bit vintage, give the feeling that it's a bit older. Okay, we like it, right? Of course we do. So we get out from this app, we exit this app, we go back to KineMaster. We go back, and we open a new project for one single purpose: to go and enable the vignette. That's the final touch. Now it's a very sad picture. It's a bit scary, vintage, old, mysterious, this kind of look. And our character looks a bit in the picture. Looks like he's in the kitchen. And we export the project. We like it, we export it, and we play it. It seems to be raining outside. It looks like the sound of the rain. So we leave it like that. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it have been useful, and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Leo, I've got 3 questions for you. My first question is, what's the magic? How do you stand in front of the camera and adjust at the same time?
I stay in front of the camera and
adjust the settings at the same time. Because when we see the tutorial, you were standing in front of the camera, but it was adjusting all the settings like sharpness and brightness and different settings like, different filters like warm and stuff like that.
I use the screen recorder for that.
Oh, I know, but you were standing in front of the camera, and the adjustment was going on at the same time. Are you having some kind of magic, or is it some Dracula thing that you're doing?
No,
I like the
see
laugh.
whether this answers the question. I wasn't standing in front of the camera. That was already a recorded footage I used.
Ah, that's a secret.
Of course, I mean, I cannot do it on the spot. I need to have it recorded, everything. So I cannot start editing unless it's everything already filmed. It's like a normal video composition. There's no difference from that.
All right. So,
But
what is
just
your advice? What is your sorry? Sorry to cut you off. What is your advice for people who want to start doing green screen filming?
first of all, a lot of patience. That's the first thing because it takes a long time to understand how, not to understand how it works, but to understand, to manage to master it. The green screen, it has a lot of work because, as I was mentioning in the tutorial, if you don't have a homogeneous background, proper lighting, a perfect lighting, then you have to work on the green screen footage until you get homogeneous green. Once you have an homogeneous green and you don't look weird like flickering the margins and stuff like that, then you can go to place this green screen thing on a background. So the most important thing after the patient plan the the, the background. You need to know exactly when you're filming wherever you are. I mean, for example, myself, I need to know exactly how the background looks like, where the light from the background comes from the left, from the side, from above, or from below. So, because I have to set the lights accordingly on the filming set in my room, I need to have lights either from the left, from the right, from above, or from below, depending on the background lighting. I don't know. You understand what I say?
Yeah, I do. And I've got one question from Edward, where he asks, "Do you think you could properly light a green screen with only one light? Is it possible?"
Well, possible it is, but the thing is, you'll have a very heavy shadow on your back on the screen, and trust me, you don't want that. You need at least two lights between you and the cloth, one light from each side to kill. I mean, I would recommend to have a basic set of lights, which is five. Two behind you, in between you and the green cloth, to erase any shadow possible. And then the lighting on you, which are in front of you or at the same side as you. With just one light, it's hell. I've tried. Unless it's a light from above, it's between you and the green screen. You need the light between you and the green cloth. If you have one on top and you don't film your legs, because I can assure you you'll have difficulties there. It's not easy.
So what you're also saying that you need a light for the background, you need a light for the subject as well, because the subject is in front of the green screen.
Exactly. You have to think that the green screen works on the basic to eliminate. It's like imagine you are doing like a PNG format, but for video. You only want the subject. You don't want the rest, right? So it's like when you do on the photography. In the photography, you have, for example, to cut out something from the picture. I use it a lot in my filming also. So what you do, it's exactly the same. The more homogeneous the green is, the easier the job gonna be for you to edit and make it look as much as possible as realistic. It's very difficult to achieve that. It's not easy, especially when on mobile devices where the capacity is low, when you're working with low quality footages, maximum 1080 resolution, which is the highest at least on my mobile devices. So you won't have a very clear. You need to know also if, for example, if your camera is not very clear, if it's slightly, let's say you cannot render higher than 720 or 100 or 100 or 1080, and then in the background you have a very high quality image, it doesn't fit either. You see what? So you need a background according to what you're filming, and it's a lot of eye training there. The lights, as I mentioned, are crucial in the green screen. It's crucial.
So one last question from me, Leo, is that is your Dracula film is going to be a green screen project, and when can we expect it?
Well, it was a bit. It was just an idea. I'm not sure whether I'm gonna produce it. It depends. It depends if I'm gonna get fired, if I'm gonna get retrenched from the current workplace. Then I will have time to do it. If I won't be retrenched, then good luck to us.
That's a good way to look at it. But we do hope that you get your film made, and Kino is there to help. I suppose.
Yeah, all my films are done at home in this room, all of them, each and
Nice.
one of them. Yeah.
That's the amazing thing. Thank you, Leo, for sharing your films.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Next we will have Kashish, who will screen, and we will screen in the Insomniac. So we will screen first, and then we can ask um, Kashish any questions as you go. Right? Here you go. Sorry.
Vishwa, what are you doing, beta? You'll burn your hands.
Sorry, Dad. I zoned out.
Beta, you haven't slept for the last 3 days. I think you should go and see someone.
I know. I'll go. I'll book an appointment. Don't worry. Can't take this anymore, yeah.
Hello.
Hey, got your text. Are you okay?
Yeah, I told you about these weird random dreams that I'm having now these days. I think I should go see a doctor.
Babe, is it really necessary? I mean, are you sure it's not just a phase?
Look, I don't know. Dad's asked me to get a consultation, so why not?
Okay, I'll meet you.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yep,
Bye.
bye.
So you're the one who can't sleep.
I I've been having these random weird dreams for the past 3-4 days. I just can't sleep.
Sounds like a case of insomnia. How old are you?
I'm 22. Is it normal for someone my age to have insomnia?
It's not rare. I'm giving you some pills. Take them 3 times a day. After your meals, should be fine in a fortnight.
Babes, are you sure you need the pills? Who needs pills to fall asleep?
Shh. Did you say something?
No, doctor. Thank you so much. I'll leave this. Thank you.
Babe, that doctor seemed kind of sketchy. I mean, she didn't even take proper details.
Look, it's gonna be fine. I mean, she's a doctor for a reason now.
Yeah, but I didn't get good vibes from her.
This was supposed to make things better and not worse.
Hey,
Hey, why did you bring your guitar?
well, I thought you weren't feeling good. I thought I'd make you feel better.
I hope so. I mean, I still can't sleep at night.
I think this will make you feel better.
So, what are you going to play for me today?
Let's see. I have a surprise for you.
I can't wait.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. This tune is really very familiar.
How is that even possible? I wrote this like just a few days ago.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, this is very similar to the weird random dreams that I'm having.
Babe, how's that even possible?
You know what? Just play something else now.
Okay, sure. Anything you want.
Can you stay over tonight?
Sure. Whatever makes you happy.
Is that you?
But I don't even exist.
The number you are trying to call is currently not reachable. Please try again.
But I don't even exist.
Hi, do we know what's wrong?
Yeah, there's copyrighted music in the film. When there's copyrighted music, YouTube automatically kind of disables the stream to
But
prevent,
that shouldn't happen. It's not the music made from a friend for the movie.
Yeah,
I didn't.
there's sometimes it happens that he may have uploaded it or rather registered the music for
Okay.
some copyright issues. He have registered
Okay.
it with a company. Did he sell? I mean, usually what happens when you do sell music, they register the music and they will put an ID on it, and
Okay.
the waveforms are usually sent to multiple streaming companies, like including YouTube, who will then
Okay.
compare some waveforms together. Once they match it, they will say that there's a copyright issue. I do not know how to get over this at this point in time, but we need to contact YouTube in terms of how we can
Okay.
stream those we already have copyright for. I'm sure sometimes people have given rights or sold
Yeah.
rights to certain films, especially in this case, your friend said, yes, I give you permission to use
Yeah.
it. And that's the problem, you see. So we need to find a way to talk to YouTube to circumvent this. Yeah, unfortunately for those who are watching, we just go on with the interview. We'll put up the link for Insomniac. I think Kashish will do that as well. And you
Yep.
can watch this film, independently of this stream, because streaming has been now an accepted technology that's being used every day. And of course, YouTube is protecting the rights of all the filmmakers and all the music makers as well, which in this it's an unfortunate thing that we have to do this right now. But I'll let Kashish, to talk about his film, what his concept was, what the story is. You can now describe the story in voice form. I know the acting
Yeah.
and all that is great. And the question I have right now is this a real life experience that you had? And then you can keep on describing about the film.
Well, it's a combination of both. It's not exactly completely a real life story that happened to me, but a lot of my friends also had this problem where they weren't able to sleep at night. and this was combined with a few of my friends that were having these weird dreams. So I was like, and I spoke to a few doctors and my friends who were in medicine, and they said that if you don't sleep for a long time, it is possible that you get these weird dreams that will not let you sleep at all. So I just got that idea and I just started working on the script, and this was one of my first scripts that I wrote. What I'm gonna do is I also have the link of the video, like of the movie, on my YouTube channel as well, and it's been working fine. So hopefully, if someone would like to see the film again, I can just put it on the comment section and you guys can watch it. And the film was basically that. It was just a vision of someone having insomnia and not being able to sleep, and how we could show the other side of it. Like we all see about how mental health affects people, but how does that affect your day-to-day behavior? Like unfortunately, we stopped at the part where the biggest part of the film came in, where there was a twist in the end. So if people could just watch that again, that would be amazing to watch. um, this was my first actual project that I wrote. Apart from that, I've worked on a few documentaries, and with this I really wanted to have people come out and have a voice. I also wanted to do a series with different kind of mental disorders, something like insomnia, that don't get a lot of attention from people. I mean, yes, depression is the more widespread disease. However, like a few things like insomnia need more attention as well.
Kashish, I know this is a bit supernatural in that film, right? So this is where the twist you're talking about. There was some supernatural thing that could come up. So are you saying that that also happened in your experience? Or are you
But
using this as a metaphor?
it's not exactly a supernatural thing. What happens is, because you're not sleeping, your cognitive like functions in the brain start to deteriorate, and because of that, you can see things that are not exactly happening. So even in the film, the lead character is seeing things that aren't true, and this can be fixed with medication and proper treatment. However, we see that everything that she decided to did not go in her favor, and she was just going in different places. She did not follow on those dreams perfectly fine.
And you're talking about disillusionment plus mental health problems, right, in this film?
Yes.
Cool. And if I'm not mistaken, you filmed this in Mumbai?
Yeah, I filmed this in Mumbai, in India, with a
Nice.
few of my friends. Like all the actors in the film are amateur actors. They have worked on a few things here and there, but they're not like full-time actors. And this was made on a very small budget. Most of my budget went to the lighting and the camera, so I can
Nice.
make sure I can get a good cinematic film out of this.
Nice. And it has to be nominated for 4 international film festivals, right? Could you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, so after the moment I finished this film, I started applying to every film festival that I could possibly think of. I believe I applied to a total of 15 film festivals. I got a nomination from 4 of those back, and out of that, I got 2 selections in the final rounds, which was really great because I mean, this was my first project, and I just wanted to get some recognition from people to say that, okay, you can make a film and you can tell your story straight. Basically, like I believe that as humans, all of us are storytellers, right? We have either our story to tell or someone else's story, and video is a format that we can use it to express anything we want. So I want to use this to make more films, talk to more people, reach more people, and hear them as well.
So what would be your next project, Kashish?
So I'm currently working on something similar, but that is related to using drugs and different kind of recreational medicines that make your brain activity lighter. So I'm currently working with on a script right now, and I would love if anyone on this group would like to collaborate with me for that script. I am working with a few producers, and they want to make it a series, and I personally don't have the capacity to write such a huge script. I believe we do have a question here.
Yes, let me put it up. I think
Yeah.
Ed asked, how is your approach to direct actors with no experience? Can you explain a little how you do it?
So here's what we need to think about ourselves, right? Like, even though we are not acting in our day-to-day lives, we are playing a character. Either it's by choice or it is natural. So what I did was something different with the script. I went on to my actors and I told them that this is just read the script, and whatever comes to your mind, tell me how you feel. I did not give them a direction as to what they felt about the character. I let them read the entire script. After they read the entire script, they told me what they thought of the character was, and then I told them how my vision was either similar or not, and then together with each and every actor, we were able to develop that character. For example, the Doctor was completely different from what I wrote. In my original script, the Doctor was supposed to be very timid and very small, whereas if you see in the film, the Doctor seems very scary and very sketchy as well. And that was her vision with the Doctor. She said that I don't want to be a normal doctor, I want a different kind of lighting. So, like, if you go to a doctor's clinic, you generally see like a well lit white light room, whereas in the film I wanted it to show that the doctor is not a normal doctor, so the lighting was red, so that immediately the audience's mind just goes, okay, this is not a normal setting for a doctor.
Right. So, as an actor myself as well, do you explain the scripts, a scene to the actors, and then you let them portray that scene or the shot that you wanted? Or do you prepare them like, you have a pre-discussion kind of a reading with all your actors before you start? What's the process?
So here, I did not have all of my actors before the filming together, so I could not do a big table read, even though I wanted to do that. Instead, what I did was I had each of the cast members read out all the script, the entire script, and figure out as to what their co-actors would also be. So in their vision, what was the character of their co-actor? That might be the lead, or the doctor, or the father, so that they were able to react to that in a certain way. And obviously, when all of us met during the shooting day, we had 1 hour just so that all the actors can talk to each other as to what they feel and how they want to portray their character. And this just helped us because after this, all the actors worked together cohesively. Like we were able to shoot the entire film in 2 days.
Wow.
And yeah.
So how much changes do you allow on set? Either by the directors or the cinematographers or the DP or your, props people or set designers and stuff like that?
As much as they can, as long as it is viable. Like when we started the film, the dream sequence was supposed to be shot in an empty parking lot. But the problem with the parking lot was that the parking lot was too huge, and we wanted the character to be in the centerpiece of it. So instead, we went with a lobby on a floor in the same building. And that was a decision we made 10 minutes before we shot the scene, because we realized that it was not possible. Even with a lot of the art and the lighting part, I had a technical director with me who was helping me with all the lighting, and he was like, okay, this is not working out. Like there was a scene in which we put up a butter paper in front of the light, and the butter paper just started caught fire because the light was so strong.
That. Nice.
So we had to use something else. Like in one of the scenes, we also used a few cell phone flashlights so that we could get a dim light out of it.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. You adapt to whatever you can find, right?
Yeah, so, exactly. Yeah.
What was your biggest challenge in terms of making a film?
I believe the biggest challenge when it comes to film is actually starting it. Like I said, I finished the shooting of the film in 2 days. We edited in 15 days. However, this was not the biggest problem. The biggest problem was writing the script. It took me about 6 months to write a small script because it was my first project and I was super scared as to what will people think about the film. And after a point, I was just like, okay, it does not matter what people think. I just want to make it for myself. So I think that is the biggest challenge. You just need to start. And like one of my coaches, like a director coach, told me that the film that you write is not the film that you make. And that will always be the case. The script will never be exactly as the film because it's a lot of people coming together to work.
So based on your experience, what's the one advice you would give, up and coming filmmakers?
I would like to tell them just make sure that you finish your script and start shooting. It does not matter what it is. It could be a 1-page script. It could be a 100-page script. But unless you finish it, you're going to feel sad about it. You're always going to feel as to what if I finished that script and made a movie. A lot of people want to become directors, actors, and do something in arts. The biggest problem is they don't try. Like if you don't have the means to try, I get it. But if you have even the slightest of means to try and get your film to life, then try and do it.
What is the one most important department in your film production?
I believe that would be sound.
Sound
was one of the biggest problems for me.
Right.
Like we had to record a few like dialogues again and again to dub it because the sound wasn't proper. But yeah, sound was definitely the most problematic department.
You need to do a lot of ADRs, a lot of additional dialogue replacements.
I think it was for about 20% of my film. I needed to do it again.
Right.
Luckily, our sound guy was really good. He was able to get shots out of nowhere, and we were able to get that sound. But yeah, I like after when I was editing, I was like, okay, I did not expect sound to be this important. Yeah, sound was very important for me.
Nice. Thank you, Kashish, for sharing your film.
Thank you so
It
much.
was
Thank you for
wonderful.
having
I
me.
think. Yeah. Please enjoy. Please, click on the link again to view the entire film at your own leisure. When you get there, I think they will post it up in a bit. Um, I don't think Akash, are you coming on the stream? If you're not, I'm just going to play your film. Akash is in the in the live comments. So if you want to ask him any questions, you can. The next film is actually by Akash, and it's called When the Tree Rains. I'll remember to turn on the sound now, mute myself, and I'll play the film.
സർ അത് ഈ സണ്ണി ആൾ ചെയ്തു കൂട്ടിയ കാര്യങ്ങളൊന്നും എനിക്ക് ജസ്റ്റിഫൈ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്നില്ല. അത്രയും ക്രൂവലായിട്ട് എങ്ങനെ അങ്ങനെ ഒരാളായിട്ട് ഞാൻ ബിഹേവ് ചെയ്യണ്ടേ?
സി, ലോകത്തിലെ ഏറ്റവും വില്ലനായ മനുഷ്യനും അയാളുടെ മനസ്സിൽ ഹീറോയാണ്. അയാൾ ചെയ്യുന്ന എല്ലാ ചെറ്റത്തരത്തിനും അയാൾക്കൊരു ന്യായവും കാണും. തന്നെ ഇപ്പോൾ സണ്ണിയുടെ അടുത്ത് കൊണ്ടുചെല്ലുമ്പം അതുപോലുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഐഡൻറ്റിഫൈ ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്. എന്നിട്ട് അയാളുടെ എല്ലാ എക്സ്ക്യൂസിലും താനും ഉറച്ചു വിശ്വസിച്ചു നോക്ക്.
അത് ഐ വിൽ ട്രൈ.
നിങ്ങളുടെ 5 സെൻസ് ഉപയോഗിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് നിങ്ങൾ സണ്ണിയാണ്.
മനസ്സിലായില്ല.
ഇപ്പോൾ ഉദാഹരണത്തിന് റബ്ബർ എസ്റ്റേറ്റിൻ്റെ ആ മരങ്ങളുടെ അങ്ങനെയുള്ള മണങ്ങളെല്ലാം ഒരു ടാപ്പിംഗ് തൊഴിലാളിയുടെ ജീവിതത്തിൻ്റെ ഭാഗമാണ്. ആലോചിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടോ? അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങളൊരു റബ്ബർ എസ്റ്റേറ്റിൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് റൂം എടുത്തെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞില്ലേ? ആ എസ്റ്റേറ്റിൽ കൂടെ നടന്നപ്പോൾ എന്ത് തോന്നി? അവിടുത്തെ പറമ്പ് എങ്ങനെ? ഒന്ന് കണ്ണടച്ച് പെതുക്കെ ഒന്ന് ആലോചിച്ച് നോക്കിയേ. എന്നിട്ട് പെതുക്കെ മുന്നോട്ട് 2 സ്റ്റെപ്പ് എടുക്കുക.
ചുമ്മാ നടക്കുന്ന ഇറങ്ങിയതാ.
ആന്ധ്ര വല്ലാത്തൊരു സ്ഥലമാണ് സാറേ. ഒരുമാതിരി വല്ലാത്ത വെള്ളത്തിന് നടുവിൽ ഒറ്റപ്പെട്ട പോലെ. അവിടെ നിന്ന് എങ്ങോട്ടേലും പോയാൽ മതി എന്ന് വിചാരിച്ചതാണ്. വലുതായിട്ടൊന്നും കിട്ടിയില്ലേലും ആ ജോലിയും കളഞ്ഞ് ആനിക്കാട് വന്ന് റബ്ബർ ടാപ്പിംഗ് തുടങ്ങിയപ്പോൾ ശരിക്കും സമാധാനം തിരിച്ചു കിട്ടിയ പോലായിരുന്നു ഒരുപാട് കാലത്തേക്ക്. പക്ഷേ എൽസയ്ക്ക് ഒന്നും പോരായിരുന്നു. ആ പിള്ളേരുടെ ജീവിതത്തിൽ അവളൊരു ശല്യമാണെന്ന് കണ്ടപ്പോഴാണ് എസ്റ്റേറ്റ് നടുക്കിട്ട് അവളെ എന്നെ തീർത്തത്. 1-2 ആഴ്ച പിള്ളേരോട് ഓരോ നുണവും പറഞ്ഞ് തള്ളി നീക്കി. പക്ഷെ വീണ്ടും അമ്മ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നു ചോദിച്ച് തീരെ സമാധാനം തരാതെ വന്നപ്പോൾ വഴിയില്ലായിരുന്നു. എനിക്കിഷ്ടമൊക്കെ ആയിരുന്നു. 2 കൊല്ലം ഞാൻ വളർത്തിയതല്ലേ. വഴിയൊന്നുമില്ലെന്ന് കണ്ടപ്പോൾ 2 വിറകോടിക്കകത്തിട്ട് പൂട്ടി അതിനങ്ങ് തീ കൊടുത്തു.
മുതലാളിയും കുറേ പേരും ചേർന്ന് എന്നെ വിറക് പുരയ്ക്ക് അകത്തിട്ട് മുതലാളിയും കുറേ പേരും ചേർന്ന് എന്നെ വിറക് പുര കെട്ടിയിട്ട് തല്ലി. മുതലാളിയും കുറേ പേരും ചേർന്ന് എന്നെ വിറക് പുരയ്ക്ക് അകത്ത് കെട്ടിയിട്ട് തല്ലി. എന്നിട്ട് എൽസി ആടെ മോളി എങ്ങോട്ടോ കൊണ്ടുപോയി. പോലീസിൽ പറഞ്ഞ എന്നെ ആരും വിശ്വസിക്കാനാ?
എനിക്ക് ഏറ്റവും തലവേദന തരുന്നത് ഇളയ കൊച്ചിൻ്റെ കളിപ്പാട്ടമാണ്. ആ പിള്ളേര് കത്തി തീർന്നപ്പോൾ അതിങ്ങനെ നെഞ്ചോട് ചേർത്ത് വിളിച്ച് ഞെക്കിപ്പൊട്ടിച്ചപ്പോൾ എൻ്റെ ദൂരെ സാറേ ഈ ലോകം സൈലൻ്റായി വളരുന്നു. അപ്പം ഞാൻ അനുഭവിച്ച സന്തോഷമുണ്ടല്ലോ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ സാറിന് മനസ്സിലാവില്ല.
പണ്ട് മുതലാളിയും കുറേ പേരും ചേർന്ന് എന്നെ വിറക് പുരയ്ക്ക് അകത്തിട്ട് തല്ലിയപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ ജൂനൈൽ ഹോമിലുണ്ടായിരുന്ന കാലം തൊട്ട് ചെയ്തെല്ലാം പറഞ്ഞാ. എന്നിട്ടും എന്നെ അവിടെ വെച്ച് ഓർപ്പിച്ചെങ്കിൽ അയാളുടെ മനസ്സിൽ വേറെ എന്തോ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. എൽസിയുടെയും മോളുടെയും കാര്യത്തിന് നിങ്ങൾ അയാളുടെ പുറകെ പൊക്കോളൂന്ന് തോന്നി. അത്രയും കാലം ഒരു സമാധാനം കിട്ടാൻ വേണ്ടിയാണ് ഊട്ടിക്ക് വണ്ടി കയറി. അല്ലാതെ എനിക്കാരെയും പേടിയൊന്നുമില്ല.
കട്ട്.
അതൊന്നുകൂടെ പറഞ്ഞു നോക്കണം സാർ. സണ്ണി പറഞ്ഞതിൻ്റെ അടുത്തൊന്നും എത്തിയില്ല. ഒന്നുകൂടെ കാമാവാനുണ്ട്.
കട്ട് കട്ട് കട്ട്.
പണ്ട് മുതലാളിയും കുറേ പേരും ചേർന്ന് എന്നെ വിറക് പുരയ്ക്ക് അകത്തിട്ട് തല്ലിയപ്പോൾ.
അല്ല നിർത്ത്, ഇതൊന്നും സ്ക്രിപ്റ്റിലുള്ളതല്ലല്ലോ ഹിര.
Now I can think like Sunny. നമ്മുടെ ഡയലോഗുകൾ എന്തോ അങ്ങനെയൊന്നും ഒരിക്കലും സണ്ണി പറയത്തില്ല.
ഹിരൺ, we are too late to make any changes. This is loosely based on Sunny's life. സിനിമയിലെ റിയാലിറ്റി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ റിയൽ ലൈഫ് അല്ല, എൻ്റെ വിഷനാ.
അതെ, വിഷനാ. പടം ഇറങ്ങിക്കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ സാറിൻ്റെ വിഷൻ ആൾക്കാർ പറയേണ്ടതാ. പക്ഷെ എന്താ എഴുതി വെച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്? അയാൾ സിസ്റ്റത്തെ ഇൻസീനാണെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് പറ്റിച്ച് പുറത്തിറങ്ങിയത് മാത്രം സർക്കാസ് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്. പോട്ടെ, ജൂനൈൽ ഹോമിൽ കിടന്നവൻ പുറത്തിറങ്ങി തെറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്, അത് സിസ്റ്റത്തിനും സൊസൈറ്റിക്കൊന്നും പങ്കില്ലേ? അതൊന്നും നമ്മൾ മെൻഷൻ ചെയ്യുന്ന പോലുമില്ല. അതൊന്നും അങ്ങോട്ട് ഡൈജസ്റ്റ് ആവുന്നില്ല, ആർക്കും ഇഷ്ടാവത്തില്ല.
അതെ ഹിരൺ, ഞാൻ നിനക്ക് ഒരുപാട് ഫ്രീഡം തരുന്നെന്ന് കരുതിയേ എൻ്റെ തോളിലിരുന്ന് ചെവി അടിക്കല്ലേ.
ആരാ?
ഞാൻ അസിസ്റ്റന്റ് ഡയറക്ടർ ദീപകിന്റെ ഫ്രണ്ടാണ്, എബിൻ. ചേട്ടൻ വേണ്ടെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ റോൾ അവർ പിന്നെ എനിക്കാ തന്നെ.
ഓ, I see. Congrats.
Thank you. Can I come in?
Yeah, sorry, വരൂ, ഇരിക്കൂ.
ദീപക് പറഞ്ഞായിരുന്നു ചേട്ടൻ ഒരുപാട് എഫേർട്ട് എടുത്ത് ആ ക്യാരക്ടർ ആവാനെല്ലാം പഠിച്ചതെന്ന്. പിന്നെന്തോ ഡയറക്ടറുമായി ഇഷ്യൂ വന്നപ്പോൾ എല്ലാം വിട്ടിട്ട് പോയെന്നോ മറ്റോ.
അവിടെ എവിടെയും ശരിയാ.
ഇഫ് ഡോണ്ട് മൈൻഡ് ഞാൻ ഇതൊക്കെ ഒന്ന് നോക്കട്ടെ.
ഓഫ് കോഴ്സ്. ഞാൻ ഇല്ലാതാണേലും എനിക്ക് ആ സിനിമ ഒന്ന് സ്ക്രീനിൽ കണ്ടാൽ കൊള്ളാമെന്നുണ്ട്.
താങ്ക് യു.
ഹലോ. ഒരു ഗസ്റ്റ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു, അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് എത്തി.
That was an interesting film. I've got lots of questions, but since Akash is on the comments, I'll let him do the commenting from there. It's very interesting in terms of how he approached the film. There are a lot of technical people in Kino itself. I know Dak, one of the founders, is quite technical in terms of the filming and production and all that. So when if he's here, he probably may be much more interested in discussing the cameras that you're using, the techniques that you approach with, the framing and all that. But I'll let you comment on that on the stream itself. But I'll just move on, Akash, onto your next film. I think it's the only action film of the night. So for a bit of more action, this is Mission Extraction by Akash as well. Akash, maybe you can describe a bit of your film on a chat, on a comment.
Mike, I think you need to unmute your mic.
Yes, I've got this problem with unmuting everybody at the same time. I know I could unmute. Yeah, sorry. I wanted to say that it was a good film and that, I enjoyed the action. I think, that kept us up for, this is the reason why we put it about this time, so that you guys don't fall asleep for the next few films that we have. Last couple of films, not much left. I think the final one will be from Edward. Pretty interesting film. Before we go into Edward, I would ask Amelia in terms of, to explain a bit about how you can reach out to Kino Singapore. And I know she had posted some of the links already in terms of where to find us. And what does Kino Singapore need? Amelia, you could describe those kind of things that they will help with Kino in terms of getting involved and all that.
Okay. So I've the links to our social media page is actually on the description box under the YouTube video, so you can check it out. You can follow us on both Facebook and Instagram. So what we can do? I mean, what was your question again? Sorry.
What kind of people can get involved and how?
Okay, so anyone can. Okay, what kind of people we need to be like? It can be anyone. It can be from acting. Maybe you're interested in directing, or you maybe want to do like camera or editing. Anything that's part of filmmaking are welcome. Even art direction and things like that. So, or even if you are like, even if you want to make like animation, drawing, and stuff like that, all these we welcome anyone. So you can actually spread the word and spread to other friends who are interested in filmmaking, and stuff like that. Yeah.
Filmmaking, acting, graphics, or just want to learn filmmaking, you can get involved as well, right? You don't.
So even for those who like for me, I was not involved. I know nothing about film production prior to joining Kino. So joining Kino has made me get hand on things like being a sound recordist, even helping out on set and stuff like that. So you don't need to be an expert. You don't need to be be an expert pro in script writing and stuff like that. Basically, if you have an idea, you can just throw it out and ask whoever that you want to collaborate. I want to collaborate with you. You can just do it.
And I know sometimes it's difficult to get makeup artists on set as well. So if you're passionate in doing makeup, you want to get involved, you also can do that. And if you like drawing, you want to be part of the production to do things like storyboarding and and produce some of this artwork, it'd be great as well. I think these
It
are
can
some of
also
the
be animation or some like superimpose animation into the film and stuff like that. That's when the green screen comes in handy, I guess. You can use that to be the whole backdrop of, I don't know, maybe the next Leo's film or something like that.
If you want to be the next Dracula or the next vampire, yep.
Yeah.
And if you want to be a stalker, you would talk to Edward in the next film. The next film is called Stalker by Edward, who is on the stream right now. I will play his film first, and then you can ask him questions online. But thank you, Akash, for your film. We appreciate it for letting us
That
screen
was
it.
great.
Yeah, it was quite good. Yeah, okay, I'll screen Stalker right now. Let me put this on.
Sino magtatangkang panoorin ako?
Oo nga eh.
Mismong kwarto ko pa.
Tingnan ko na din yun kanina. Halos 5 oras yung video na yan.
Darating lang din yan. Sino nagpadala? Walang sinabi, nakalagay lang yan sa harapan ng bahay natin. Tama, sino bibiro ng ganyan? kapitbahay natin. Pero naman madaming stress ko.
Saan mo nakuha yan?
Plastic na yun.
Wala nakalagay na pangalan o kahit na anong stamp? Ano ba meron pa?
Tingnan ko na bawat sikot ng plastic na yan. Wala talaga laman.
Ba't ganun?
Kahit natulog ka lang, parang CCTV. Tingnan mo kaya sa kwarto mo. May muna tayo.
Kung muna, tignan ko muna sa kwarto.
Girl, may weird na nangyari sa akin today.
Ano yun?
May nagpadala sa akin kasi ng plastic na may laman na hard drive. Tapos yung laman ng hard drive, video ko na nasa kwarto ako.
Eh bakit naman may nagpa-prank naman sa'yo?
Girl, hindi siya mukhang prank. What's really bothering me is how did he manage to take a video of me? Like, girl, paano?
Ngayon lang pinadala?
Oo. Swear. Medyo creepy na nakakatakot na. It was freaking 5 hours na nakatutok lang sa akin. Para nga siya CCTV. Sino yan?
Sasara ko lang yung pinto baka may pusa nakapasok. Wait lang.
Sige.
Kala ko kung ano. Pusa lang pala. Tapos ito pa nga. Hinahanap ko nga dito kung saan nalagay yung camera.
Wait,
Pero wala akong makita.
di ba ka bang kasama sa kwarto mo?
Ha? Wala. Bakit?
Sino yung nasa likuran mo?
Ano?
May tao sa likod mo.
Huwag mo ako takutin. Sapakan kita.
Ayan!
Wala naman eh.
Dahil nawala? I swear, may nakita ko sa likod mo. Mamatay man ako.
Sandali. Patrick! Patrick, tayo yung scotch tape! Patrick!
Bakit? Oh.
Ano nangyayari?
Dito ako na-videohan eh.
Sa camera ng laptop mo? Uy, sa camera ng laptop mo?
Ano nangyayari dyan? Hindi na makita, Trix.
Ano nangyayari? Patrick! Patrick!
So I see Abby in the chat as well. She also starred in your film, Edward. So Edward, can you?
No, he transcribed the film.
She transcribed the film. Great.
Wait,
Could you
wait,
briefly
why did
explain
no one warn me that this is like horror? I'm scared.
I tried horror.
Okay, continue the questions.
No
What
problem.
was the question?
Edward, could you briefly describe your concept? Why do you choose such a film?
Primarily the concept is about uh, a woman was shattered by knowing and discovering that someone has been stalking her, or someone delivered a hard drive containing a recording of her in her room, which is what I wanted to bring up in the film, because I wanted them to feel the vibe of knowing the situation itself.
Right.
So it's scary, right? To have
Interesting.
someone
Yes.
stalking you. Yeah.
So one comment, I really like the part where you actually got Leonardo DiCaprio to star in your movie as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might
I
come after
forgot
you
to
for that.
remember.
No, it's fine. I guess, but it's a good way to sell your film. You can say your film was starred by one of the guest starring DiCaprio.
Yeah, right.
So what
Actually,
do
it
you think was
was
the most difficult part for
a
the
bit.
film? Sorry.
The difficult part was I also did all sorts of stuff, editing, directing, and all sorts. It's a one-man film, so that's the difficulty of that, and also limited resources in equipments. I just have DJI Osmo Pocket for a camera, and that's it. That's all shot in Osmo Pocket. Yeah.
Right. And what do you think you would improve, in the film if you can do it again, which we hardly do.
I guess I did. I wanted to make a film also again with horror, and then improve some thrilling moments, and also with continuity. I guess I did suck in the continuity part. So yeah.
So you want to make a series of these films in that sense,
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I
right?
want to try out, because it's actually in horror, it's good to write horrors, because it's more of emotion and feelings, right? That's why I liked it.
Do you like making horror films? Is that your genre?
I'm still trying to figure out for this moment. I'm still a
Right.
startup filmmaker, yeah.
Right. Understood.
But I think I would love to create more of
Nice.
horror genre.
Cool. Ed has a question for you. He asked, where did you get the sound effects?
Mostly sourced in the YouTube, and also YouTube audio library. I use some of it in the audio library, which is free on YouTube, and just revise some of the sounds there, and tweak a little bit to sound something scary and spooky. Yeah.
At least it didn't get through. At least it's not copyrighted, so it's good. And
Yeah, yeah.
Natasha asked, who did the special effects makeup?
What do you mean make? Oh, the visual effects
Yeah, visual
at the
effects.
end.
The special effects. Yeah.
Actually, I did the visual effects
Nice.
in After Effects. Yeah. I tried. Yeah.
Cool.
So that's it.
That's all the questions from the audience. Question in terms of your experience in making this film, what would you approach next? What's your next thing, or what's in the future for you?
I'm trying to collaborate with other people, so that we could gain more concepts and ideas that we could film. As long as we are also in quarantine, to be more productive, I wanted to collaborate with people, so that we could film, yeah, short films.
Nice. In this quarantine time, do you think you're writing more stories right now to be filmed later when we get out of
Um,
lockdown?
for Yeah, for now, I did. Yeah.
So what do you think
Mostly.
would be an advice for people who want to start doing this after the lockdown? What should you start first? What should you do in terms of planning for your shots, for your film, and making your film come true?
Actually, yeah, actually, you just have to create what you liked and create what you really imagine in your ideas and concept, because that's how you learn in the process. You create and then learn from what you have created, and then move on until you create a good film.
Right. So was it a personal experience for you, for people stalking you online when you created a film?
Actually, I didn't have any, but it was from friends' experiences and all sorts.
Right. So this is something that you heard from a friend, so a story that you hear.
Yeah.
And sorry. So the quick question from me as well is, do you think as a filmmaker it's good to talk to people,
Yeah.
their stories, and learning from them, listening to stories, connecting with them, and get more stories from people? How do you get stories from people? How do you make them tell you more stories?
Absolutely. I had a friend just now. I met him and I wanted to collaborate with him. I had this idea or concept. Wanted to film in the next month or a few weeks, and I tried to ask him freedom to write freedom. I mean to write freely to what my concept was, and then after that he sent me a full pages uh, of the writing of the concept, but it was absolutely amazing. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's great to collaborate because it makes your ideas and concepts wide.
So another quick question from me. In terms of your filmmaking process, what is the most important part in the process that you always want to focus on? Was it the
The
story?
most important part,
Yeah, for you in terms of filmmaking.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Story is king. Firstly, you have to have idea and concept first. Everything follows, but also most importantly is the pre-production. You have to pre-plan and plan your concept, plan your production equipments and everything. It needs to be planned before you shoot. Yeah, and also pre-production is also the most important, because you have to make uh, you have to you have to also do it in pre-production, do mostly in the pre-production, then afterwards if you have need to tweak a little bit, it would be in post-production.
Right. So how do you match your vision with the film at the end? What do you produce?
What do you mean?
How do you match? I mean, the vision that you have and the finished film. How do you make sure that you get to that finished film?
um I guess I talk with the people around me, so I could attain what I envisioned about the concept and the idea. Yeah.
And I'll let you share your social media profile on Facebook or media on the comments after this. It'd be great that you do that. I think some people like Ed wants to stalk you on WhatsApp as
Sure.
well. So yeah. So yeah. So don't give us too much personal information. Not your IP address, not your phone number. But I'll let you figure out with Ed how he wants to stalk you in that sense.
Sure.
Thank you, Edward, for your film. Thank you for sharing. I think it's a very fantastic film.
Thank you.
It does make people aware,
Thank you.
that they have people watching them, especially when you have cameras on your laptops. I do not know how many people online right now who is going to say, okay, I'm going to start pasting all the of my
There'll
on top
be
right after this film. We start doing that from now. So thank you, Edward. Hope you join us for the next screening. Hope you produce one film and for the next screening that we can see.
Sure.
That'd be great. Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
We're gonna finish off by
Thank you.
Thanks, Edward. We're gonna finish off by talking to Emilia in terms of what he thinks, what to let you know what's going to be next after this.
Okay, so I would like to thank all of you for coming, and also like and showing all those films today. Actually, today's films are quite interesting. They we have a range from the things like related to lockdown to mental health like insomnia and now stalking. So I think it's quite a variety. So I'll be giving you a challenge. We actually have every month we have challenges, team challenges that will help you to give your ideas on what to shoot. So for next month, the theme will be breaking free, because I suddenly thought of it because like next month actually Singapore is not going to have the partial lockdown is kind of ending, so we thought breaking free is a theme quite suitable for anyone, but you may not need to follow it. You can choose to do something else instead. So yeah, so if anyone wants to do any film and ask need help and everything, you can just feel free to ask for help again on our social media pages like Facebook and WhatsApp. WhatsApp will be the best because a lot of people are actually they're always on WhatsApp, so you can actually discuss and ask for ideas and stuff like that. Who knows, maybe we can even do something like we can shoot something online across the globe and stuff like that. It'd be quite interesting for a change. Yep. So further emphasize again, you do not need to follow the team if you don't want to. It's not a compulsory thing. Yeah. So in case anyone is wondering.
Great. If you need any resources from Sweden, let me know. It's truly international live screening today. We have people from Philippines and people from Singapore and people from India as well. So it's a good collaboration, I feel. Thank you for being with us. I think it's quite late. We have streamed about 2 hours now, 2 hours and 9 minutes. And thank you for sticking by us in terms of the whole screening. It's great. Yeah, when is the next session, Amelia?
The next session, I'll update you all the date again. It should be sometime around this end of the month, next in June. So just look out on our pages and we will tell you all the information there. And also please feel free to share to more friends so that you can spread the word and make our group grow. As you can see, our cell is quite tiny for now. Yeah. So spread the word.
So do give us feedback. Tell us what you think about the live stream today. Is it a good format? Do you want to continue with this, or you think I talk too much? I need to shut up a bit more. It's fine. Just give me the straight up. Or you say don't talk. Don't too much talking. Just give us the movies. We just want to see the films, and that's what we're here for.
So for this month we actually just a brief So actually for this month, we decided to do something different because for the past 2 months, our online screening, we actually just do it like a Facebook watch party where we just watch. There's no talking, no nothing. It's really just watching the film and just pure interaction on the chat. So we thought that this month we should do something different, like having a hosting and to talk and to have some live interaction with all of you to make the whole experience more engaging. So if you have any better suggestions or you want to help out next month or anything, feel free to just let us know, and we welcome any help, like anyone really. Yes. Yep, that's it. So
thank you
for today, everyone. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, guys, so we're gonna wrap up. Thank you very much for being here. This has been the Kino Singapore live screening, I would say. Join us for the next live screening, which Amelia will post on the Facebook group or the WhatsApp group or whichever group you're connected with. Just don't stalk too much, among the people here. And I think we've seen quite a number of good, a lot of good films that depicts our current situation, from stalking to mental health to action and and to daily life. If you are looking for a detective, a Dracula detective who knows green screen animation, look for Leo. He'll definitely come and help you out. And if you want to hire him, you want to be in anyone's film to help out with any department from script writing to production, contact
To
the people
acting,
within the group. Yeah,
even
sorry.
acting as well. Acting.
And acting, of course, they will need actors. People need to be in front of the cameras. If you need stunts, Stuart is around in the chat group. You can talk to him to learn about stunts or to ask him to help you coordinate or help you choreograph fight scenes or to do a fight design for the film that you're talking about. There are a lot of people who are talented as we discover as we go. People are good at film. People are good at technical equipment, production, lighting, green screen. There are many actors on the group as well, and there are a lot of graphic designers, writers, and people who talk, people who promote. There are people there as well. So reach out and do and make the best film as you can. Stay safe, stay clean, and continue to support the film industry. Right? Take care and good night. It's still afternoon for me, so I got a few more hours before we go. So take care. Bye.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.
By the way, I don't act though.
So if you want to look for Amelia for acting, she says she doesn't act. So yeah. Okay, I'm going to end the broadcast. So end off. Ending broadcast now.